Hi, this paradigm shift is about deliberate risk and error, or if you will, the traps that people can fall into around deliberately increasing the risk of a situation. Most people have a certain risk tolerance for things that they can't influence. Like, for instance, a lot of people are afraid to fly, but they're not afraid to drive to the airport, even though driving to the airport is way more dangerous. We just don't like risk that we can't influence. But what's interesting is that over time, risk that depends on error can actually exceed the tolerance you have for risk that you can't influence. So if you're complacent enough that you would be willing to do something like look away from the road, you're willing to do that because you know that you can get your eyes back on the road quickly. But what a lot of people aren't aware of is the risk of that extra second. Something that caught your eye, literally for that extra second, whether it was a billboard or even just a sign, and that extra second was what got you into trouble. Especially if you're driving 60 miles an hour or 100 kilometers an hour because you're going 88 feet per second or 27.7 meters per second. So, would you and your employees be aware of the risk of that extra second? And would you also be aware of how risk that depends on error can grow over time to exceed your risk tolerance for things that you can't influence?